Hello everybody, and happy International Talk Like William Shatner Day. Thanks to Maurice LaMarche for starting this colossal bit of insanity that is, now a annual thing that even has gotten to the point where William Shatner has given his thumbs up and approval to this, which is kind of weird to me. But then again, if there's any constant in the universe, it is the ego of William Shatner. So it's like, hey, they're talking about me. What more could I ask for? So, in honor of International Talk Like William Shatner Day, I'm doing this video, and I'm doing it with my wife at work because she can't stand Bill Shatner. And in fact, when I was looking at, because I thought yesterday was International Talk Like William Shatner Day, but I was wrong, thankfully. And I watched the video of William Shatner on George Lopez singing CeeLo Green's "Forget You," and it drove her nuts because she likes CeeLo's version. So, but anyway, moving on. Like I was saying, in honor of International Talk Like William Shatner Day, I figured I would try and pick my favorite William Shatner quote from each of the 6 original series Star Trek movies. I mean, I guess I could throw in Generations, but let's be honest, that was a yawn fest. I mean, everybody, I think, pretty much remembers the best part of that movie is Data dealing with his emotion chip and Riker wrecking the Enterprise D. So, anywho, let's go ahead and start with Star Trek, the motion picture. I guess my favorite Shatner line from Star Trek, the motion picture, is when he beams when he finally, when he recalls, after he's recalled Bones, and Bones is transported on board, after complaining about the transporter. He gets Bones up there face to face and he says, "Damn Bones, I need you badly." So that's my favorite line from Star Trek, the motion picture, from William Shatner. From Star Trek 2, I actually have 2 entries here. And of course, the first one is the obvious, God! God! Okay, so, but the other one is probably also just as iconic as the, eulogy for Spock at the very end of the movie, where it's like, of all the souls I've encountered in my travels, this was the most human. And, so, because, you can't see Kirk cry. Kirk is too much of a man to cry. So, Star Trek 3. It's kind of a toss-up. You could go with either, the line about the Klingons killing his son. But I think I actually prefer at the very end of the movie where Kirk is fighting with Christopher Lloyd. Why was Christopher Lloyd ever a villainous Klingon? I don't know. And he's, kicking him in the face, screaming, "I have had enough of you!" And so that's Star Trek 3's, great Shatner line. Star Trek 4, I probably couldn't do without, engaging in colorful metaphors, and I don't really want to do that. So, Star Trek 4, colorful metaphors. You probably can guess where, I would go with this if I felt comfortable using colorful metaphors. Star Trek 5. Shatner's magnum opus, the film that he directed as well as starred in and had his writing credit on. I don't like that one. I don't think a lot of Trek fans like it. It's probably the one Star Trek movie that kind of cemented the idea of the odd-numbered Star Trek movie not being so good. But anyway, I think the line that is the most Shatnerific in that one, for me, is of course, on the planet, after Sybok and God have their little conversation, and Shatner just kind of slyly retorts to God, "What does God need with a starship?" And then he gets, shocked. freaks everybody out. God's kind of a douche when you kind of ask the obvious question about if he's really a all-powerful deity, why does he need a starship to escape the planet? So, Star Trek 5. Well, does God need with a starship? Star Trek 6 is another one where I'm trying to figure out what it was. There's one that I can't really think of all the lines to. It's when excuse me, Kirk and McCoy are rescued on the prison planet by the shapeshifter, and he says, "Can't believe I kissed you. You'd think it was your lifelong ambition," or something along those lines. I'd have to watch the movie to find it, and you know what? I don't really have the time or the will right now to watch Star Trek 6. Although I love Star Trek 6. Star Trek 6, The Undiscovered Country, is probably one of my favorite Star Trek movies. Well, it is one of my favorite Star Trek movies. It's I'm not sure if I like it better than Wrath of Khan and First Contact. I'm not sure if it's my favorite Star Trek movie or if it's just up there with my favorite Star Trek movies. But Undiscovered Country is awesome. But I think the one that gets me is at the very beginning of the movie. The best Shatner as Kirk quote from that movie is probably after he's been volunteered for this mission to escort the Klingon ambassador, and Spock tells him, "Jim, they're dying," and Shatner's like, "Let them die." And I've heard that Bill Shatner was like, "I don't want to do that line. I would like to buy it back if I could, because I don't think I don't think Kirk would be racist like that." But yeah, pretty sure that Kirk doesn't like the Klingons, and it's not really racism. It's previous Klingon douchiness. Those guys killed his son for no real good reason except for let's kill Kirk's son. It'll be fun. Let's poke him with this knife. So yeah, those are the most Shatnerific William Shatner lines from Star Trek as performed by me, because let's face it, I don't know why I did it either, because I'm not the best Shatner impersonator. That would definitely go to either Kevin Pollak or Mo himself, the creator of this wonderful holiday, International Talking Like William Shatner Day, which happens every year on this date. And today is the commemoration of William Shatner's 80th birthday. So, if I may, Mr. Shatner, congratulations on 80 years. Thank you for bringing us loads of joy, whether as James Tiberius Kirk, or T.J. Hooker, or that lawyer you played on Boston Legal. Sorry, I never really watched that show. I mean, yeah, to be honest, to me, you'll always be James Kirk. And to my wife, you'll always be that guy that makes her hate Star Trek. Thanks for that, by the way. It's hard for me to try and get my wife to enjoy something I really like Star Trek, when she can't stand William Shatner. So, yeah, I think I should shut up now, because this is starting to go on long and I'm starting to ramble. But anyway, thank you, Mo, for creating this holiday, and thank you, Mr. Shatner, for being such a good sport about it. All right. Kevin Gene McGill Jr. out.